Hi people, hello everyone, you're welcome back to my channel. And yes, guess what we are doing today? We are doing the first quarter of the year book reviews. I read a lot of books and I didn't tell you about it. I'm sorry that I didn't get to tell you. I didn't even do to be read for March and April, and I didn't do the month wrap up for these 2 months. And there are some other books I read and I didn't get to tell you, but I am here to make it up. I'm here to make it right. I read a lot of books, and let's get straight to all the books that I read for the first quarter of the year. And not so much, but so much. Let's get started. If you could remember, my year goal is to have 4 books every month. But okay, I think I am hitting on the goal, but I probably am not hitting that perfect, but I am really hitting on the goal. Some of the month I ended up reading 3 books, and some of the month I ended up reading 5 books. Let's give it up to me. So in the month of January, I know I did my to be read. Yeah, I read Becoming by Michelle Obama. I read Kingdom of Ash, which I didn't finish, by Sarah J. Maas. I read what again did I read? I read Boy Who Harnessed the Wind, right? I also didn't finish that. I told you all about it. The Boy Who Harnessed the Wind by Williams Kakwamber and Brian Miller. I also read Oh My God, I'm a Mom Now by Dr. Abhinaya Vijayakumar. So these are the 4 books I read in the month of January, and I actually spoke about it. So if I am to talk about it one after the other, Becoming by Michelle Obama is the first memoir I read this year. She spoke about her life. She spoke about the events that took place, important event that took place in her life, from her childhood to after the White House, which was so interesting and very inspiring. I was like, if a black woman can actually make it to that level and made it that far, I really can do that. She really inspired me, and I know that whatever you really want to achieve as a woman, you really can do that. You shouldn't look down on your gender. So that was so great, and I really enjoyed it. I also reviewed the book here. You all can tell that. Here, I'll place the link for Becoming by Michelle Obama here. So let's also talk about the other book I revealed in the month of January. Oh My God, I'm a Mom Now by Dr. Abhinaya Abhinaya. That book is talking about how to become a new mom generally. Yeah, so it will teach you how to adjust. You know, if you become a mother, the weight of motherhood really draw you down, weigh you down. A lot of things to bother about your child, your husband, your family, you know, relatives and all. How you're going to be a great mom to your children, how you're going to do this, how you're going to do that, how you're going to take care of the house, cook, clean, and also take care of your child. And you know, it will really be overwhelming. So she addressed in that book how to do all of this and still be yourself and still have your personal time, how to ask for help and also get the help you really need as a new mom, how to ask for support and also get the support you really need as a new mom. So I'm not a mom yet, but I learned a lot of things from Dr. Abhinaya Vijayakumar. She is an Indian author, and she's the first Indian author I'm really reading. Yeah, she's the first Indian author, and I am so glad a lot of people watched that review and they really loved it and they really wanted to get the book. So it will help you to adjust into being a new mom. Here is the link to that video. I'm also going to leave the link here in that video. I don't know if I can leave all the links to the different book reviews I have done, but I'll try as much as I can, or I leave the thumbnail for you to go check out the video. Kingdom of Ash by Sarah J. Maas. I did not finish reading that book. It has 2,000 plus pages. I didn't finish it, and I am still hoping to finish it at the course of this year. I tried it out again in the month of March. I tried finishing it in the month of March, but I don't know, I was not just feeling it. I wasn't just feeling the vibes of the book, so I had to stop. I have learned to stop any book I'm not really feeling the vibes at that moment and pick it up again. So I'm hoping to pick up the book again. Then The Boy Who Harnessed the Wind, which I did finish in the month of January, I'm also still hoping to pick it up again. I listen to books, like I said before in this channel, Audible. So the reason why I did not finish The Boy Who Harnessed the Wind is because I'm not really able to listen to it as an Audible, and I have not really created time for it because I feel I have passed the month for it. But I'll still try to create time for it because I love the book and really it's a good book. So let's move to the month of February and let's check out the books that I read in the month of February. Chill Out and Cheer Up is one of the books that I scheduled for February, which I ended up finishing March. Yeah, I ended up finishing Chill Out and Cheer Up in the month of March, and I think I released the review for the book in the month of March. So yeah, Chill Out and Cheer Up, Toxic by Grace Grossman, Toxic Husband by Elena Miro. I also read Multiverses by Celia Lisette Alvarez, and also I read Atomic Habit by James Clear. Yeah, so let's talk about the ones I really read in the month of February, leaving Chill Out and Cheer Up out of it. I'll talk about it in the among the books I read in the month of March. So yes, let's talk about The Toxic Husband. Toxic Husband by Elena Miro is the second memoir I read this year, and that seemed like a hot topic because a lot of people got so interested in Elena's life. They really want to know the signs of a narcissist. In the particular video I made, I reviewed the book, telling about the way she broke free from her narcissistic husband, how she suffered for 3 years, how she met the guy, the Francois guy, and how she lived with him for 3 years, how he just treated her like a shit and all of that, and she happily broke free from him after 3 years. So that was a book that really taught me a lot of things about relationship, about narcissists, and why no one deserves being with a narcissistic partner. Then yes, narcissism is really a disorder, and it can really be cured if you get to meet a therapist to really help you out of that situation. It's a disorder. A request was made for me to film the signs of a narcissist, which I did. After filming Elena's video, the request to film signs of a narcissist was made, and after signs of a narcissist, another request, which I haven't really filmed but I will be filming very soon, is to tell everyone if someone can eventually break through from being a narcissist and how possible that is. That's the recent request I got from the book Toxic Husband by Elena Miro. So yes, you can check out the review I made about that book, and you can also get the book from Amazon, Toxic Husband by Elena Miro. Yes, and learn a lot about narcissism, narcissistic partners, relationships, and a lot more about life experiences about love matters. So yes, I'm recommending that book if you are in a relationship with a narcissist, or if you're just in a relationship, you can use it to help others who are with narcissistic partners. Yes, the third book I read was Atomic Habit by James Clear. Atomic Habit by James Clear. This is a book that I've proved useful in my life. Once in a while, the tips I read from the book comes again, and I keep like reminiscing over it. So it has proved useful to me, and definitely has proved useful to a lot of people, because I've also watched reviews and also I've heard people talk about James Clear's book Atomic Habits. Now in Atomic Habits, you would learn how to put in 1% success towards a particular thing, and then watch it grow into 100% success. Do not just measure your success immediately. Like, you don't have to jump. You don't want to lose weight today and tomorrow you start judging yourself for not losing weight after jumping rope for 100 times. You just started in a day, right? So you give it time. The book taught me how to give things time and how to be consistent in doing things. James Clear, in that particular book, Atomic Habits, taught me how to be consistent in doing things and how to keep doing them to achieve a successful result. So check out the review I did with this link, or this is a thumbnail for the book. You can also check it out in my channel, Atomic Habit by James Clear. I think it's a must-have book for everybody that wants to be successful. Most of the times we get to rush success. We want to be successful like under a day, under a week, under a month. But then there are some things that need to be built, and it can even take as long as a year, 2 years, 5 years. We don't need to rush it, but you need to be consistent in doing whatever you're doing, okay? So that is one of the lessons you learn, plus a lot of other lessons you get to learn from James Clear book, Atomic Habits. Do not miss out. Order yours from Amazon, Atomic Habit by James Clear, and then let's become successful together. I would say that the book helped me to bring back my habit of yoga every morning. Waking up every morning and doing some yoga exercises. Yoga helps me to relax. Yoga helps me to meditate, like just meditate well, relax well, and also get energized. Sometimes I do yoga for strength, okay? Sometimes I do yoga for relaxation. Sometimes I do yoga for flexibility. Depends on what I want on a particular day. So I know I started that habit again after reading Atomic Habits, of which became hard for me to continue after some time. But then I remembered he said consistency, and it doesn't matter how long. Like, I don't have to do it like for 20 minutes. I don't have to do it for 30 minutes. I can do it for just 2 minutes. Do it for 2 minutes every day, and you get to see that it becomes part of you. So sometimes some morning when I wake up and I do not do my yoga, I bite myself, but I still promise myself the next day to. So whatever successful habits you have learned, kudos to you. When you say that you're no longer doing that particular thing, do not bite yourself too much. Just pick up yourself again and continue. Do not slack back. Remember consistency, and 2-minute rule is just perfect enough for it, okay? Don't stress yourself beyond what you should. And if you see that you're not coming by, like you're not doing what you're supposed to do, right? You're not like taking that early morning cup of water, you're not exercising in the morning, you're not doing those productive things you're supposed to be doing, and you just got tired of it. Then I read 5 a.m. Club, a book I think I read in the month of March, right? Yes, in the month of March. So I'll be giving you some tips I learned from the book, which helped me to synchronize some I learned from Atomic Habit. Syncing them together helped me to make more sense out of it. So let's go to the book I read in the month of March. I read 5 a.m. Club by Robin Sharma. I also read In the Cut by Anthony Scott. I love this book a lot. In the Cut by Anthony Scott. I love this book a lot. I think I'll be doing a different review for In the Cut by Anthony Scott. I'll be doing a different review for it, okay, in another video. I love that book a lot, and I want to say everything about it. It might be a spoiler video, I don't know yet, but yes. Then I also read Chill Out and Cherub. Chill Out and Cherub by Grace Grossman was supposed to be read in the month of February, but I did that I finished it in the month of March. Chill Out and Cherub is basically talking about how we shouldn't let the pressures of life get into us, how we shouldn't let a lot of things from life, like just try to live your life, try to be calm, try to let everything happen with ease, okay? Do not bite yourself over if you cannot become that social media celebrity you used to see. Do not bite yourself. Do not be in a lot of pressure to get things. Just relax, breathe, relax, and then things will fall in place, okay? The book was written by a yoga Grace Grossman is a yoga trainer. I don't know if that word is correct, but she's a consultant anyway when it comes to inner peace, calmness, yoga, and all of that. So when I read the book, I was like, she knows what she's doing. It was a very, very wonderful read for me. Check it out on Amazon. Chill Out and Cheer Up by Grace Grossman, and you would love the rest of your life. I promise, you would love the rest of your life. I read that book at the point when I really needed it, because at that point I was sinking deep. I was sinking deeper and deeper and deeper, thinking I was just useless. For real. I felt so bad. I felt so useless. I felt I wasn't doing the right things I was supposed to do. I felt this pressure. I felt depressed. I felt a lot of things. And then I read Chill Out and Cheer Up. And all of a sudden, all those pains, all those depression, everything just disappeared, because I just thought to myself, why the rush? Why feeling so depressed? Why allow yourself sink deeper and deeper when you can just enjoy the happiness around you for now? And then each time you tell yourself, enjoy the happiness for now, you see that you would never grow sad, because I tell myself today, enjoy the happiness for now. I enjoy, right? In the afternoon, enjoy the happiness for now. At night, enjoy the happiness for now. The next day, enjoy. There is always a present happiness. So you keep telling yourself, enjoy the happiness for now, and you keep going. Enjoy it for now, enjoy it for now, enjoy. You keep going, so no room for depression at all. Grace Grossman, thank you for that particular book. Then the next book I read in the month of March was 5 a.m. Club by Robin Sharma. I met a lot of distinguished persons in that book. To me, they are real life friends. To me, maybe mental friends or whatever, but they are real life friends. I met the entrepreneur, I met the artist, I met the billionaire, the tycoon, right? I met the old man who gave them the first seminar, right? Yeah, I met a lot of people, distinguished people in that particular book, and they all spoke to me, and I learned a lot of things from them. Now, I'm going to review the book in a rush, because I really did not review it in this channel at all. In the book, the billionaire gave important tips on how to become so successful to the artist and the entrepreneur. Basically, he told them a lot of things on how to become successful, right? Waking up by 5 a.m. he mentioned was like the basic rule to become successful, how to have a productive day, all right? How to become productive. You have to wake up early and then plan your day ahead, right? And really thinking about it and looking around things, the successful people that I know always wake up very early. They're used to wake up very early. When you wake up early, then you do some exercises, right? You reflect a bit, you write down some things in your journal, you take your coffee, your fruits, your smoothie, whatever you want to take to spark up your day. Then you plan on how to move out for the day to face your day's challenge. So he taught them the 20-20-20 rule. And this rule is basically 20 minutes per each stage. If you wake up by 5 o'clock, the first 20 minutes, from 5 o'clock to 5:20, you should exercise, you should move your body, you should do yoga, you should do whatever you want to do, right? Just move your body, exercise. It is really very important. And I have experienced it myself. Anytime you exercise in the morning, you will just feel so energetic to face your day. You feel so super pumped for the whole day. You feel so productive already. So exercise shouldn't be cancelled out of our first routines in the morning. Always try to put in exercise for anything you want to do. Anything you want to do, make sure you exercise in the morning. You will feel so energized and ready to face the day. So the first 20 minutes after the 5 o'clock you've woken up, use it to exercise. The second 20 minutes from 5:20 to 5:40, you should use it to give gratitude and thanks, okay? It is a time you get grateful for a lot of things. And this works like magic. I tried it. I tried his 20-20-20 rules one time after reading the book. I wouldn't say I'm perfect and I'm doing it every time, but no, at least I have done it sometimes. The the exercise, the gratitude section was very great. I thought I had nothing to be grateful for, like nothing apart from the huge things. Apart from the huge things, I'm alive. This happened to me. That happened. Basically, me. I thought I had nothing aside this to be grateful for, but I had to relax a bit to think of what actually makes you happy. What can you really be thankful for apart from the things that have basically happened to me? Apart from getting promotion in the office, which is a huge thing and you should be thankful for, obviously. Apart from the huge things that happen, you bought a car, you bought a house, you the huge things. Are you really grateful for the smaller things? I then started breathing in and trying to think about a lot of little things that I should be thankful for. I found out that I should be thankful for my friends. I should be thankful for the blessings in the lives of my friends. I should be thankful for my family members. I should be thankful for the school that I attend. I should be thankful for the air that I breathe in every day, and at that particular moment that I'm giving the gratitude. I found out that I should be thankful about a lot of things. About my smile. I should be thankful about my smile. Then I started remembering a lot of people have complimented me about about my smile. They always say they like my smile and they like the way my face looks when I get to smile. So at that moment I was giving the gratitude. I remembered a lot of things and I was just smiling, and I'm like, really? So I can be thankful for things that I never knew I can be thankful for. It was a nice section for me to give gratitude that particular morning, and I enjoyed the exercise. Then I moved on to the last 20 section, the last 20-minute section, which was reading anything productive. Okay, you can read from the billionaires, what the advices they have to give, a successful tip, anything you want to read. So I had to pick up the book I was reading currently, and then I read. I was so happy to have done the 2020 section that particular day. Okay, I think I have done it for like, I don't know how many times, but not too much. I'm still pushing myself to be able to do that the more. And then remember to sleep early, because I'm always on the opinion of, if you want to be successful, you don't have to sleep early. If you want to be successful, you just have to sleep very late and wake up very early. That is an illusion. It's not true. Every successful person sleeps very well. They have their good rest. So let's just sleep by 10 and wake up by 5. That's not bad enough. That's not too bad. That's not even bad at all. So yeah, I used to force myself to read more into the night, like I'm still reading around 1, 2, or I am doing some other things and I don't sleep early. But then I learned from this particular book, the 5 a.m. Club, that I should sleep and I should take my sleeping very, very serious. As serious as waking up very early, so that the whole thing can synchronize together. The whole thing works hand in hand. Okay? So yes, if you want to be successful, you don't have to starve yourself from sleeping. In the Cuts by Anthony Scott. I said I want to do a separate review for this, but maybe I should just talk about it here. The book is talking about a particular street guy, he's rough. He's done a lot of things, assassin, killed people, drug dealer. He's just a bad guy. But then I didn't see him as a bad guy while reading the book. I didn't see him as a bad guy. I saw him more as somebody that does bad things for good, even though it might not make sense, but he have a good heart. Somebody that is bad but have a good heart. Yes. He's always giving thanks to God. He recognizes God. He's always putting God first in whatever he does. Ben is just a guy that acknowledges God before he acknowledges himself. Before he eats, he says his blessings before the meal. I was just so stunned at the way he loves God so much, yet he's that bad. And while reading the book, at a particular page, he was like, he steals from the government and he steals from the billionaire companies, and he robs the big companies that have they have security, they have insurance, they have, when the company cannot just fold. He steals from companies that he knows can't fold. When he steals from these buoyant people, he gives to the poor. He wants to open a charity home, which he ended up doing. He shelters those that don't have a place to sleep, those that don't have food to eat. He gives them food, picks them up from the streets and takes them to a charity home. He helps people that really don't have means at all. But then he does his bad things, and then he kills. And after killing, he comes back and he still recognizes that God exists. I'm like, why would you do this? Why would you kill? Why would you kill? And at the end, saying that you just say that God exists and you love God, and at a point, I just didn't judge him for all the things he did any longer, because I began to see his good heart. I began to see pains in his heart, and I began to see how well he defended the poor and how well he tried to do the things, like to just be there for them. Okay, he smokes a lot, he takes marijuana, he takes drugs, he does a lot of bad things you can think of, but he have a heart that is better than some people that go to church, I would say. Yeah, he have a heart that is better than some people that go to church, because I don't know, I don't know, you should just get to read the book. Get to read the book. I love the book a lot, and I might still review the book in a spoiler mode later on. But then Anthony Scott really did justice to this book in the court. I love it a lot. That's the first street book I am reading this year. The first street book, telling me a lot about the streets, the rough life in the street, the black kind of life, and the whole thing went down with me. And I became so interested in it. And after reading it, I was like, Anthony Scott should bring out more books about it. It should be a series. I want to read again. I want to read a part 2. I want to read the third series. I want to keep reading this. I want to know what happens at the end. Yes, at the end, Ben decided to quit killing, right? Because he has made enough money to move on and build a charity home and then open a legal, legit business. But when he dropped out of killing, his clique of friends, the team he used to have then, also came back for him. Go get the book, In the Court by Anthony Scott. You can get it on Amazon, okay? Then, in the month of April, I read 5 books. 5 books! Oh my gosh, I tried. I read My Only Sunshine by Ditzler. I read Hate Cat Tragedy by James Wallace Bowen. I just finished that actually. I read With the Fire on High by Elizabeth Acevedo. I love this book. I love this book a lot. I love it a lot. I read Bloody Book by Chris Bowen, and I also read Thug Nation by Contal Bradford. Thug Nation I haven't finished. I started reading Thug Nation, I think middle of April, yeah. But then I was not in the mood to read it. I started reading it by the point I felt cold. I decided to leave it and pick up another book, of which I'll get to finish it later on. It's about 100 and something pages. About 100 and something pages if I'm not mistaken. So I'll get to finish it later on, okay? I left it because I was just not in the mood. I wasn't ready mentally to read it. It was another street life book. It was another street life book that I was reading. I never knew I'd get interested in reading street life books and rough life books like this, crime books. I thought I would just be only interested in fantasy. But the thing about reading is, the more you read, the more you find more interesting things to read about. The more your reading scope broadens and you want to read about a lot of things, okay? So I became interested in more areas and aspects of books. Yeah, so reading street life is also cool by me. I wouldn't really be talking about Thug Nation. I've said what it is about, basically street life, which I didn't get to finish because I was just mentally not ready for it when I started reading it. I think I'm in the middle of the book, or I haven't gotten to the middle, but I dropped it for another book. My Only Sunshine by Ditzler. This is a really It's a really very interesting book that I got to read. It's very interesting, talking about a little boy talking about a little boy and his family, Charles and his family, how he grew up in a little family. In fact, he did not even grow with his parents. Yes. um, he was told that his mom is dead, was carried away by a hurricane, and the father has a crime history, so he was life imprisonment, and he had to be trained, and he had to be trained by his grandparents. He had to be trained by his grandmom and his granddad. His uncle actually was also more like his father, had this crime histories, which Charles started imbibing gradually as he was growing up. He wasn't interested in books. He wasn't interested in going to school. He was trained well by his grandmom. His grandmom tried to raise him in a very nice way, scolds him whenever he does something that is not right, and tries to remind him always of the kind of lineage he's coming from, and he shouldn't be like end up like his uncle Dan, and he shouldn't end up like his father too. But along the line, he found out that his mother wasn't dead, that she was in some country away, and when he was really interested in going in search of her, that period, that was when she truly died. This particular song always reminds him of his mother. My Sunshine is a song sung by a lady, but each time he hears that song and hears the voice, he feels the song was for him. He feels the person singing is his mother, even though he really doesn't know his mother. He has a spiritual connection with his mother, I would say, which always makes him feel comforted when he hears the song. It's a very interesting book, and I'd love you to get it if you really can get it. My Only Sunshine by Ditzler. Okay. He has a younger brother whom he doesn't really like because he feels all the love was going to his younger brother. At a point, he was reprimanded. He went to the reprimanding home for kids. I wouldn't really call it a prison because he was below the age of getting into the prison then, and he preferred the place than going to school. He would always say it's only dumb people that goes to school, and when you get to school, they don't really teach you how to be very smart in school, like street smarts. You don't get street smarts in school. You only learn things, and he was weird in a way, but he wasn't really weird. Okay, I see him as a smart boy who gets through life, whether tough or not. He tries to get through it. Okay, he's a very smart kid. I also read With the Fire on High by Elizabeth Acevedo. I'll be doing a special video for this particular book, but I'm gonna talk a little about it. Emily and how she tried to pull through life with her daughter. She became a mother at teen, so she's a teen mom, and how she was trained basically by her grandmother, and how she really did not have this strong connection with her father, and how things moved so rough for her in life, but somehow she finds a way to struggle through, and she always survives through it, right? Yes, she always survives through it. So that is the little I can say about the book, because I don't want to say everything about it. Then I also read Bloody Book by Bowen. This book is really bloody. Maybe I'll make a separate video about this. The book is really bloody, but not bloody. It's really bloody, but not bloody. Bowen. I don't know if I should say this is a memoir. I don't know if you were talking about yourself or you were basically talking about Max. Max is the little boy who grew up being a very rough kid. He grew up mostly by himself. His father was a drunk and a jerk. He never had time for his family. He grew up being a sadist. He grew up training younger brother by himself because his mother is always going out and never had time for them. He cooks in the house filled with uncles and aunties who never even cared about him. He hated school a lot and was one of the kids that was never book smart. Max really went through a lot. He really went through a lot because for a 9-year-old child who went through a lot of emotional traumas, went in and out of depression and all of that, I want to say he's very strong to pull through all of this. Yes. And I will tell you something about the book because I was really shocked when I got towards the end of the book. It was really a huge shocker for me. Then the fifth book, Thong Nation. I already said I did not finish the book, so I won't be talking about it. Yeah, I have my made to be read already, but I won't be doing it in this particular video. Wow, I feel this is the best quarter of the year for me because I read a lot of interesting books, and I'll be doing more by the next quarter of the year. I want to read more books by the next quarter of the year. I'm so glad and happy about all of these books. We've come to the end of this video. How many of these books have you read? Have you read any of these books? I want to know your feelings about it when you got to read it. So please tell me about it. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Please do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Do not forget to subscribe. You're supporting me by doing this, and I would really cherish to see you subscribe to my channel. Okay, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video. Remember, Rita loves you. Bye.